This is Charlotte Troisgros from Carre Artists, and you're listening to Inspiration Place podcast with Miriam and Charlotte.
It's the Inspiration Place podcast with artist Miriam Charlotte. Welcome to the Inspiration Place podcast, an art world insider podcast for artists by an artist, where each week we go behind the scenes to uncover the perspiration and inspiration behind the art. And now, your host, Miriam Charlotte.
Today we are so happy to have Charlotte Troisgros. Charlotte has been working as head of America for Carre d'Artistes for 3 years. There are 2 galleries in New York City, 1 gallery in Philadelphia, 1 in Sedona, and 2 in Mexico. She is also in charge of opening more galleries. I don't know if these are across the country or around the world, Charlotte. You'll be sharing that with us today. The work consists of selecting the artists for the gallery with the artistic team in France, hiring and training the teams, and making sure the brand image is respected and ensuring a great customer experience in each gallery. The overall concept is to democratize contemporary art by making original and one-of-a-kind paintings accessible to everyone. So welcome, Charlotte. I am so happy to have you with us today.
Thank you, Miriam.
So, Charlotte, I first wanted to share with you and also our listeners how I stumbled across the gallery in Greenwich Village. I had a friend visiting me from Portland, and I wanted to show her the New York Greenwich Village scene. I had no intention that night of collecting any art. I do sometimes collect art, even though I am an artist. And when I walked in, what I learned was I could start collecting art by any of the artists in your gallery for only $150. And that was really exciting because you have a lot of talented artists. So I thought, okay, this is something I'd like to do. And of course, I ended up spending, or investing a lot more than that as I went. I found a piece a little bit larger to invest in. So I would love for you to share with us the pricing structure inside your galleries, because I've never seen anything quite like this before.
Alors, yes, we have 4 different sizes, like small sizes, starting at $150 until $630, $630. And then we have larger sizes going until starting at 1,200 and going to 7,000, 8,000. So this is still affordable. In each gallery, we have between 10 and 15 artists, and we have a rotation of the artists every month. Oh. So each month, we receive a new artist. We welcome a new artist in the gallery, and the artist is going to stay 1 year in average in the gallery. We have 35 galleries around the world. So for the artist, it's a great opportunity to be displayed in Moscow, in New York, in Sedona, in Mexico, in Shanghai, in Paris.
Okay, you're sharing a lot of information all at once. I want to back up and break down some of the things that you said.
Sorry for that.
No, this is very exciting to me. So first of all, I want to make sure everyone understands that when I went into the New York gallery, and you say there's 10 artists in every gallery, is that right?
Like in between 10 and 15. Okay. In the New York location, in Bleecker, in West Village, you have 19 galleries. But this is a gallery with the largest amount of artists inside.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so what's interesting is that in most galleries I go to, the pricing is dependent on each artist. So let's say you see 2 paintings the same size, but they're by different artists. They could be the same. They could be different prices. But in this gallery, it didn't matter which artist it was. If you wanted the first size, which I think was 6 inches square, is that right?
Yes, it's a 5 inches square. Yes, the first size.
And I think they're based actually on the metric system, so it's probably centimeters. So
yes.
Okay, so no matter which artist you choose, each of the beginning sizes was $150, and all of them were square. Which could you translate the name of your gallery for us Americans who
Yes,
speak French.
The name is Carre d'artiste. That means squares of artist squares.
It's perfect. So each of the artists had these squares in each of the different sizes. And there was a variety of art within, I would say, a certain aesthetic, different styles. But
Yes.
yeah, at least in the gallery I was in, I found them nothing really fell too far out of the range of a certain kind of aesthetic that.
Yes, you can have landscapes from south of France. You can have mixed media artworks.
Yes.
You can have oil, acrylic, very, very different styles and techniques.
And the other thing that was interesting is that each of the pieces the painting was either on like a canvas paper or a square, and they were matted. Would you like to explain how it's displayed, like those bins that you have by each artist and by size?
Yes, we have one display per artist. In each display, you have 40 artworks. So 10 of each sizes, and you have 4 sizes. In each display, you can find the biography of the artist and the artist portrait. Because for us, it's very important to promote the artist before all. So that's why we display the biography, because we want that every customer entering in the gallery can clearly identify one display belonging to one artist and to know the story about the artist.
All right. And then there's something else that you said that was very interesting before. So you said that you rotate the artists. Now, I just want to clarify what you mean by that. So, for example, the artist that I collected, Seabost, do you mean that she is in your New York gallery for a year and then perhaps you rotate her to Sedona or Mexico?
Yes.
Okay. So you rotate the artist from location to location within your family of galleries, yes?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, if we have some artworks remaining, we send this artwork to another gallery, or we send them back to France, and France sends them to another gallery in the world. Yeah, it depends.
Okay. So then there's a couple of questions I have that is kind of more from the artist's point of view. How much art is each artist contributing to you? And I'm assuming it probably varies by how popular they are, but how much art would a typical artist be producing per month for you, for your gallery?
It depends on which artist. We have some artists very, very successful, and these artists can send every month 20 new artworks. Other one need to send 10 new artworks every 2 months. It depends. But at the beginning, at the beginning of their exhibition, they send 40 artworks.
Okay.
So then, when we start to sell some, we call the artist or send some emails. We communicate a lot with the artist to ask them if they can send more artworks. We take into account the time they need to produce new artwork. So if it's oil, we know that we will need more time. It depends.
Okay. And then how did your gallery, or how did you, I'm not sure who came up with this idea of this standardized pricing?
Alors, Carre d'artiste has been created by 2 art collectors, and they wanted to break the rules of traditional art galleries by opening the door, putting some music on, displaying the pricings, and to promote like more affordable artworks. So they wanted that everyone, even people who don't know anything about art, could find an artwork they like, a painting they like, for them at the first piece or to complete their collection. But they wanted to please everyone, and that anyone coming into the gallery feel comfortable.
Okay.
Take some pleasure. That's the most important for us.
Yeah, well, I did feel very comfortable when I went in there. The girls you had working there that the evening, or I should say young women, the young
Yes.
women who were working
Yes.
the evening I came in, they were very informed on the process. They were very friendly. They answered my questions. And of course, I ended up walking away with a piece of artwork. So,
Yes.
definitely.
This is really the signature Carre artist around the world. When you enter in a gallery Carre artist, you just need to be welcome, to receive some information about the artist, because they are not here to talk about themselves. So we are here to do it, and to show you some artworks, to understand what you have in your home, what you like, what you don't like, and to show you, to introduce you to some artworks and artists.
Yeah, and I really appreciated also the transparency of the process. It also made me feel comfortable right away.
Yes.
Yes. Now, one question that people have been asking me, is what is the most popular size?
The most popular size is, I would say, 10 inches per 10 inches.
And what is the price of that size artwork?
It's at 350.
Okay.
So that's perfect, because you don't need a big wall to
Right.
to exhibit it. If you have in a room, a lot of room, you can buy 2 pieces or 3 pieces, so you make a diptych or triptych. You can also exhibit this size with a photograph you already have, or paintings you already have, and make kind of a collage. So you can use this size very easily in your home.
Now, because you have restrictions on the size and the prices for the artist, I'm assuming that the artists don't have to have an exclusive with you, and these artists show works on canvas and are represented in other places. Is that correct?
Yes, that's it. We don't have, for the artist, all the price depends on the size. So regardless if the artist is famous or not, he will have the same price. We have the exclusivity in terms of sizes, but not for the artist. The artist is free to be exhibited somewhere else.
Yes.
And some artists, they come to the gallery to paint live, to perform live. And when they do that, we exhibit also the large sizes. So the large sizes are 1 meter per 1 meter, 80 centimeter per 80 centimeter. Sorry, I talk in centimeter because I'm French and it's easier for me. But so 4 times a year or 5 times a year, we have an artist coming and painting live during one day. So we invite all of our customers and we make a big event around that. And a few months before, we exhibit the large sizes to start promoting more the artists and also exhibiting larger sizes. At the beginning, the concept was only on the small sizes, but we had to adapt ourselves because some customers, they also want large pieces. So that's why we needed also to answer to this offer and to this demand, and to meet this need.
And then are your artists also all from France, or do you use local artists in addition?
We have in each gallery, we try to have 1/3 of American artists. We are still prospecting some new artists, but in each gallery, you have 1/3 of French artists, 1/3 of international artists, and 1/3 of local artists. That's what we try to do in all the galleries.
That's terrific. And then I also was curious about how you came up with the specific prices, because there's a lot of talk about the psychology of certain numbers. Like, do you make the price $197? Do you make it $199? I noticed you didn't really play with that 97 or 99 pricing, that it was rounded numbers instead.
Yes, because for us, it's like we are not doing like marketing, trying to get the customer at 99 or something like that. This is just some round price and very clear. And we don't increase or touch the prices often. We try to adjust the pricing depending on the prices in France. and to count the transportation, but that's it. And we are not like, we are an art gallery. So we are between retail and art gallery, but we are not completely retail. So we don't want to follow the cost of retail stores with a 99, with discount on artwork. We never do any discount on the artwork.
That's fantastic.
So there is one part of retail, but not completely.
Gotcha. And then how do you market? You know, I've stumbled upon you just on my foot, but are you marketing the gallery on social media or using print ads? How do you get the word out about your galleries?
Alors, in France, we have a print ad. And because France is the first market of Carre artists. But here in the US, we do more social media, Instagram, Facebook, a lot of newsletter. But we don't do so far any marketing in a print ad, so we are more like on social media, and we target really like the customer entering in the gallery. We don't target a lot outside the gallery.
All right.
We don't, you know what I mean? We don't make a lot of promotion so far. We really want like first to improve the customer experience before being able to make any big marketing operations that are very, very costly.
Yes.
Yes.
But I do want to point out for people who are listening. So the gallery that I visited in New York, it's in a prime location. And so my presumption is that these other galleries are also positioned in places where you would get similar amounts of foot traffic and people coming in. They're in the mindset of holiday. Is
shopping.
That correct?
Yes, we target only location where you have a lot of foot traffic, high foot traffic, and people doing shopping.
Yes.
We are not a destination. We are on the way of people doing the shopping, going shopping.
Yes.
So we prefer to invest more in the rent, in the location, than like targeting a space a little bit far away, where you are going to market a lot to get people coming to your place. This is a choice. This is a strategy of the brand, and we really prefer to do that. And if you are looking at the other location in the world, we are always in shopping area, always.
Yes. Okay. So then I guess right. So you're investing in the rent to give you the best foot traffic for shoppers rather than in Facebook ads to mass market. So you're getting you're putting your gallery in the right place for people who are walking by. Will be your ideal customer walks by your gallery. That's wonderful.
Yes.
So Charlotte, thank you so much for this conversation. I really enjoyed talking to you.
Thank you, Miriam. Thank you for having me.
Would you tell our listeners again where they can find your galleries across the world? Just because I assume that's the best place they can come find you and visit your art.
Yes, of course.
Galleries.
Yes. Alors, you can find the galleries in New York. You have two galleries in New York. One in West Village, 241 Bleecker Street. One other in Soho, 42 Prince Street. You have one in Sedona, one in Philadelphia, two in Mexico. And you have in Europe, in France, in Italy, in Germany, in Netherlands. You have two in Russia.
Wow.
And you have one in Shanghai, one in Korea, and one in Hong Kong that opened last week.
Fantastic.
And I think that's all. And in Spain, sorry.
Well, congratulations. Thank you so much again for spending this time with me.
Thank you, Miriam.
Let me know if this pricing strategy or anything we talked about gives you ideas on how to price your art. Let me know on Instagram or Facebook. You can find me at Schulman Art there, or drop me an email at miriam@schulmanart.com. Or as always, you can go to the show notes for this episode, schulmanart.com/5 for everything related to this episode. And if you like the show, telling a friend and subscribing yourself, or helping a friend subscribe on iTunes. Until next time, I'm Miriam Schulman. Have a great day.
Thank you for listening to the Inspiration Place podcast. Connect with us on Facebook at facebook.com/SchulmanArt, on Instagram @SchulmanArt, and of course on schulmanart.com.